Obi has questioned the whereabouts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu amid what he described as worsening economic hardship, insecurity, and lack of visible leadership. In a statement posted on his verified X handle on Monday, Obi said his concerns were driven by the scale of Nigeria's challenges and the perceived absence of direct presidential engagement at a critical time. Obi warned that as the year draws to a close, Nigeria is projected to have about 140 million people living in extreme poverty and the highest figure globally. The former governor further alleged that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu spent 196 days outside the country in 2025 and had not addressed Nigerians directly since December. The Edo State Police Command has dismissed social media reports claiming that a police station was gutted by fire in Ekpoma, describing the information as false and misleading. In a statement on Monday, the command spokesperson, ASP Eno Ikwedem, said no police facility or station was affected, adding that the reports were aimed at causing panic and undermining public confidence. According to the police, the actual incident occurred on Sunday, January 11, 2026, at about 11:30 a.m. at the Power Shops area within the Ekpoma division. The fire reportedly started after electricity was restored by the Benin Electricity Distribution Company when a spark from one of the shops ignited a blaze that spread to adjoining shops. The command said police officers, in collaboration with members of the public, swiftly contained and extinguished the fire with no loss of life recorded, though the extent of the property damage is yet to be determined. Former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has warned that the African Democratic Congress ADC risk failure in the 2027 election if it does not field Peter Obi as its candidate. Fayose made the statement on Monday during an interview with national television and monitored by Diamond FM on Monday evening. Fayose emphasized Obi's influence, noting that when he joined the Labour Party, the party secured victories in House of Representative elections despite being relatively unknown. He stressed that Obi remains the most important figure in ADC and pivotal to its electoral success.
For you to fall to the right of the stronger side. The challenges in the PDP, it's not the fault of Ashwaju, the president. No, the failure in my home, God forbid, is not the fault of my neighbor. The issues are very clear. The PDP caused themselves an insurrection, a house that divided against itself, and the nature of man is survival of the fittest. There are two dominant parties at a given time. Are we saying ADC is not dominant? Recently, Obi moved there, and I've said it. Obi is the only life in ADC. Let Obi don't go to ADC. Let Obi go to another party. Let's say Obi is in accord. Obi is the only traction. Obi is the only meaning. Obi is the only factor. Obi is the only person in ADC that matters. And if Obi had not gone to ADC and has gone, when Obi went to Labour that would never know became one election to House of Rep. I'm not saying Obi will win this election. I'm not saying Obi will not win this election. But I'm telling you, even if they don't field Obi, if ADC fails to feed Obi, their case will be worse than they are coming together.
And that is the voice of the former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose as he warned that the African Democratic Congress ADC risk failure in the 2027 election if it does not field Peter Obi as its candidate. And now to the state of the living spring. A Chief Magistrate Court in Oshogbo, Osun State, has scheduled January 30 for the hearing of a criminal case filed by the state government against United Bank for Africa (PLC) (UBA) and 4 of its top officials over the alleged illegal opening of local government accounts. The case names UBA's Group Managing Director, Mr. Oliver Alawuba, Company Secretary, Mr. Billy Odom, Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Chukuma Nweke, and the bank itself as defendants. According to the 31-count charge, the defendant allegedly conspired to unlawfully open, operate, and maintain bank accounts for all 30 local government councils in Osun State without unknown private individuals listed as signatory instead of the statutory officials introduced by the Local Government Service Commission. The alleged offences said to have occurred at UBA Osogbo branch are contrary to provisions under the Criminal Code and the Osun State Local Government Account Administration Law 2025. And now to the state of nature's gift to the nation. Troops of the Nigerian Army under Operation Wellstroke have arrested 2 suspected gun runners in Taraba State during a coordinated intelligence-led operation. The 48-year-old Christopher Adamu, known as Sofa, was apprehended on January 11, 2026 at Sebo Joint in Jalingo local government area following credible intelligence from the Defense Intelligence Agency. Preliminary investigation linked Adamu to illegal arms trafficking with recovered items, including a hunter's ID, ATM cards, a mobile phone, and assorted charms. Acting on information from his arrest, the Army later detained a 37-year-old accomplice, James Yang, in Adokolo local government area, uncovering an alleged arms supply network that included the sale of an AK-47 rifle in November 2025. Both suspects are now in military custody and will be handed over to relevant authorities for prosecution after investigations. Now to the Confluence State. The Kogi State government has announced the death of 3 prominent All Progressives Congress APC leaders, Honorable Noja James Ignatius, Honorable Jato Onimisi Sulaiman, and Alhaji Ali Atabo. The announcement was made on Monday by the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwa, in Lokoja. Onoja James Ignatius served as special advisor to the governor and former chairman of Igalamela local government area, while Jatonimisi Sulaiman was a special advisor assistant to the governor. Alhaji Ali Atabo was APC chairman of Aingba Ward in Dekina local government area. The commissioner described them as dedicated public servant whose commitment, loyalty, community engagement significantly contributed to Kogi State and the APC. The news across the world is reaching you from Vitamin 88.7 FM Ilorin. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign, entertainment, and sport news. Don't go away, please.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that short break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilori. Now we move on to the foreign stories. Iran has declared it is prepared for war while remaining open to negotiations with the United States based on a mutual respect and interest following claims by U.S. President Donald Trump that Tehran sought talks as Washington weighed possible military action. The statement comes amid mounting unrest across the country where widespread anti-government protests have entered a third week. According to a U.S.-based rights group, more than 500 protesters have been killed and nearly 10,700 arrested since the demonstration began. Iranian authorities have also imposed a communication blackout lasting over 3 days, further complicating independent verification of events on the ground. Still on the foreign scene, Uganda opposition leader Bobi Wine has taken his presidential campaign to the Kampala slum where he grew up ahead of Thursday's election. Wine, a 43-year-old singer turned politician, is challenging longtime incumbent President Yoweri Museveni for the second time, having scored 35% of the vote against Museveni's 58% in 2021. Wine enjoys strong support among urban working-class voters, but his rallies have frequently faced violent crackdown, with security forces using tear gas and beating against his supporters. Despite this, he has encouraged his followers to show courage, urging them to cast protest vote against Museveni's party, though he has not explicitly called for protest. That ends foreign news. Up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, have disclosed that the 12 electricity distribution companies, DISCOs, collected a total of 210 billion naira's revenue in October 2025. This is contained in NERC's document titled Commercial Performance of Distribution Companies, DISCOs, released on Monday. According to the Commission, the DISCOs issued electricity bill amounting to 255.19 billion naira during the period, but were unable to collect 45.19 billion naira of that sum. The fact sheet listed the 12 DISCOs as Aba, Abuja, Benin, Enugu, Eko, Ibadan, Ikeja, Kaduna, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Yola. That ain't a business news. Up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news today, Nigerian artists dominated the 9th All-African Music Award, AFRIMA, held in Lagos on Sunday night, taking home top honors across multiple categories. Leading the accolade was Rema, who won 3 major awards: Artist of the Year, Best Male Artist in West Africa, and the Best African Artist in R&B and Soul. Burna Boy also made a mark, winning Album of the Year for No Sign of Weakness and sharing Best African Collaboration with Charlie Poppy, who independently claimed Song of the Year for Lau. Yemi Alade won Best Soundtrack in a movie series or documentary for a song, You Are, featured in the animated series Iyanu. That ain't our entertainment news, and up next is
Diamond FM Sports News.
The Algerian Football Federation, FAF, has lodged official complaint with the Confederation of African Football, CAF, and FIFA, accusing referee Issa Say of bias officiating in their 2025 AFCON quarter-final defeat to Nigeria. Algerian Football Federation called on CAF to investigate the matter, remove Sai from the tournament, and ban him from officiating further matches, citing damage to trust in African referee. Nigerian Super Eagles defeated Algeria 2-0 with goals from Victor Osimhen and Ako Adams. CAF has confirmed it has opened an investigation into the complaint and referred the case to a disciplinary board. Still from the exciting world of sport, former Super Eagles striker Odion Igalo has expressed confidence that Nigeria can defeat host Morocco in the 2025 African Cup of Nations semi-final. The clash is set for Wednesday at the Complex Sportive Prince Moulay Abdellah in Rabat, with Nigeria aiming to maintain their unbeaten run in the tournament. Igalo praised the Super Eagles for the impressive quarter-final performance, where they outplayed Algeria 2-0, and noted that Nigeria remains the only team with a perfect record in the competition so far. He warned, however, that the match against Morocco will be challenging given the team's youthful energy, mobility and speed. And that's it from the exciting world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. Doctors to review suspended strike decision within 2 weeks. Police debunk report of fire at Edo Police Station. Faishe wants ADC will fail without Peter Obi in 2027 elections. Army arrests 2 suspected gun runners in Taraba State. On the foreign scene, Iran prepared for war but open to U.S. talks amid deadly protest. In business news, Discos collected 210 billion naira revenue in October 2025, NERC reveals. In entertainment news, Rema leads Nigerians win at Knife Afrima in Lagos. From the world of sport, Algeria files complaint to CAF FIFA over biased refereeing in AFCON loss to Nigeria. For today in history. Did you know that on this day in 2006, the Oyo State House of Assembly impeached Governor Rashidi Ladoja on corruption allegations? His impeachment was later overturned by the court. Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact them at the FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. 091 6062 7526. The news is compiled and edited by Adeyemi Adewale, and I am Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio dial. Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, your Shining Supreme station.